Shalom. First and foremost, we would like to give all praise and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shah, Bahashem, Kakadash. Double honors to the apostles and the elders of GMS who rule well, teach well, being great examples to his younger brothers. And peace and blessings, salutations to the hopeful lake out there pushing his word and truth and in sincerity across the four winds in the name of Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shah, pushing to get up out of here. Shalom to the hopeful lake, the believers, the listeners who have came back to the obedience of the scriptures through faith in Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shah. All right, well, I want to get into this afternoon, through the spirit, the power, and the inspiration of Yahweh Bashem Al Shai, let's touch on how Jake, is clothing Israel with improper garments, slash leaders of destruction, because the new thing amongst our people, a common theme amongst our people, I say that is rebellion, and one thing about it, Israel has a legacy of rebellion against, the prophets, against the righteous way, against the standard, against order, against discipline, and it's always the masses of our people, that will buck up against it, during the time of Moses, you had rebellions, cliques, Jake would, pretty much put themselves, as equal to Moses, and, that's Jake nature. When Yahweh Shah was on the scene, rebellion. Apostle Paul, rebellion. Even going back to the time of the Maccabees, you had Ananias, the rightful high priest. And what do you have? Niggas, scheming and plotting in rebellion, for self-gain, for self-interest. And it's no different today, And now Jake just know how to dress it up to make it seem as if they're for the people and they're right. But see, Yahweh Bashem Al Shai is a terrible thing to fall into his hands. Because before the actual destruction of the Most High, can have you deceive or you think you're right. Because a lot of these men, they think, they have some type of righteous leverage. And the people that follow them, pretty much the hype men, they're entourage, because it's not a congregation, it's an entourage. And they're hype men that's following them, they think they're right, man. But see, Yahweh Bashem Al Shai knows how to reserve his righteous, and he knows how to reserve the unrighteous to destruction, man. Now this is the book of Ezekiel 14:9. It says, and if the prophet be deceived, when he have spoken a thing, I the Lord have deceived that prophet, and I will stretch out my hand upon him, and will destroy him from the midst of my people Israel. So there's a lot of men that think they're right that are deceived, man. And that's why it's a scary thing, to fall into, the wrath of Yahweh Bashem Al Shai. Because the Most High can have you thinking you right as hell. He can utilize Satan to deceive you, have you thinking you're right as hell and be off. And reserved for destruction. And we're seeing that, man. And Jake, there's a lot of Jake gonna be brokenhearted what the Lord does, to to these men that they love so much, if they don't repent. Now going from there. Let's get this in let's get this in Matthew. This is the book of Matthew, chapter 7. Verse 12. And see, I started at 13. You see, we in a time where we got to go through the straight gate. And see, Jake is trying to play these games to stay comfortable. Jake ain't, a lot of Jake don't have a mindset towards losing everything. Jake trying to find a comfortable route to the kingdom. Well, it don't exist. We got to go through that straight gate. And the scriptures gave us the ratio of that straight gate and that broad gate. When you go to Matthew 7:13, it says, enter ye in at the straight gate, for wide is the gate, and broad is the way that leadeth to destruction. And you have men that are leaders on this broad gate. Okay? That has a doctrine, okay, that's leading Jake down the broad gate. Okay? And it says, and broad is the way that leads to destruction, and many there be which go in thereat. So it's supposed to, be a lot of people bucking up against order. It's supposed to be more Israelites in rebellion than Israelites that's truly repentant in truth and sincerity. Okay? It's supposed to be more Israelites that agree with false doctrine. It's supposed to be like that, man. Okay? That's how the Lord has that ratio set up. All right? And that's a test of integrity, to follow the multitude, the few remnant that's right, that's in the right spirit, than to go along and get along with the multitude, man. That's a test of integrity. You see? And a lot of our people are failing, man. Okay, Jake would rather be popular, okay, than be right. Okay? And it says, because straight is the gate and narrow is the way which lead unto life, and few there be that find it, and few. Okay? So you only gonna have a few sincere men compared to the masses, all right, of the multitude, all right, that's gonna go on the broad gate, that's gonna be about self-interest and being popular and being right and egos and rebellion. Okay? You're only gonna have a few men, a few, all right, women that's really gonna be sincere about this thing, man. Okay, compared to the ones that's gonna be destroyed, it's a smaller number. It's a small number compared to the massive amounts that's gonna be destroyed. Okay, there's gonna be a lot of people delivered. Okay, more women than men. You see, when there's gonna be much more that's gonna be destroyed, man. Okay, and Jake is playing the tune that our people are following to destruction, man. All right, it says, beware of false prophets, which come to you in sheep's clothing, but inwardly they are ravening wolves. Okay, because you listen to the video when it first come on, you know, Jake giving double honors and all these Jake giving these salutations, and Jake coming in the name, and Jake coming in the spirit, like they just die hard about the congregation. But there's wolves in sheep clothing, man. They play humble, they're false humility. Okay, that's a wolf in sheep clothing. Okay, and how can you tell it's a wolf? By what it's producing. Okay, and the scripture tell you, verse 16, you shall know them by their fruits. Do men gather grapes of thorns or figs of thistles? Even so, every good tree bringeth forth good fruit, but a corrupt tree bringeth forth evil fruit. And part of their fruit is their doctrine. Okay, that's a corrupt doctrine, especially going into the MOTB. Okay, that's not a doctrine that you can play around with, man, and roll the dice on being wrong. Going like, nah, that's a life or death, okay, portion of the doctrine, man. You see, we talking about nukes involved. You see, there's something else like, nah, we talking about nukes involved in this decision. Okay. So their doctrine, you see what they're bringing. You see pride, okay, is a fruit of their doctrine. Pride, rebellion. Okay, you got younger, on the comment board, you got men that came in the truth, or or started knowing they were Israelite a year or two ago, talking shit against the apostles, man. Why? Because that's what's being produced by that doctrine, man. Rebellion. Women bucking up on the comment board, Why? Because that's what's being produced over there is rebellion and disorder. Okay? It's many, IUIC, WFI, okay? ISUPK. You see? WFI being the flavor of the week, the moonshine of the week. Okay, with that madness. You see? But hey, we'll see. You know? It says a good tree cannot bring forth evil fruit, neither can a corrupt tree bring forth good fruit. Every tree that bringeth not forth good fruit is hewn down and cast into the fire. Wherefore, by their fruits ye shall know them. Okay? But Jake is about being popular. Jake wants to be in the in crowd. Jake just so happy to be a part of something. Okay? Jake can't get over their emotions. You see? So it's set up where the many, okay, are gonna be in that mind frame and they're gonna have improper garments on, man. Okay? So you go into Matthew 22 and 9. Okay, and this is pretty much where we get the commandment to go out on the highways and byways. But when you read Matthew 22 and 9, it says, Go ye therefore into the highways, and as many as ye shall find, be it to the marriage. Okay? As many as ye shall find, be it to the marriage. And this is what we're doing. We're inviting our people to the marriage supper of the Lamb. Okay? And it says, So those servants went out, which are the prophets, into the highways and gathered together all as many as they found, both bad and good, and the wedding was furnished with guests. And when the king came in to see the guests, he saw there a man which had not a wedding garment. So as we've, all right, because you go into church pretty much to call out, ecclesia, which goes into call out. So we're calling out, okay? And you have people coming in, okay? Because this is a calling out, all right? But when Yahushua, okay, the spirit of Yahushua starts to examine amongst the churches, all right, what did he spot? When the king of the feast, okay, started examining the guests, and this was happening in the spirit. Yahushua is examining the guests, and this is what he's finding, okay, with the people that have been called out, okay, have been called into the wedding. It says, and he said unto him, Friend, how comest thou in hither, not having a wedding garment? And he was speechless. Okay, now let's read in the NLT, Matthew 22. All right, and I started in 11. Yep, Matthew 22 and 11 in NLT. But when the king came in to meet the guests, he noticed a man who wasn't wearing the proper clothes for the wedding. Okay? And that proper garment goes into your conduct, your spirit. Okay? And Jake is at the wedding proud. Okay? False doctrine, spirit of rebellion. They have on the wrong garments. You see? They have on the wrong covering. Okay? And it's gonna be spotted out. Okay, by the king of the feast, which is Yahushua. Okay? Verse 12. Is an NLT, Matthew 22 and 12. It said, Friend, he asked, How is it that you are here without wedding clothes? Like, what are you doing? Okay? Like, what are you doing? Here it is. The gospel is the good news for salvation. Why would you teach a doctrine that's leading to death that people can get nuked? And you gotta drive that point home. Like, people can get nuked off of this false doctrine. Like, what are you doing? Okay, that's the energy, that's the spirit of Yahushua. Like, what the hell are you doing? Okay? You got Jake just following just here. Jake don't know what they part of. Okay? Jake don't know about the throne of David. Jake just got fringes on everything and looking forward to the next barbecue, man. Okay? Still a full-blown nigga, man. Okay? Still a full-blown nigga woman. Okay, with an Israelite costume, man. You see? But that's going to be called out and it's going to be dealt with, man. Okay? Verse 13 back in the KJV. It said, Then said the king to his servants, Bind him hand and foot and take him away and cast him into the outer darkness. there shall be weeping and gnashing of teeth. Okay, and what we're seeing happen, the Lord is scripting understanding from men. Okay, and if He's scripting the understanding, that's scripting the salvation, man. Okay, from what, man? The destruction. And the major part of destruction is the nukes, man. It's going to be weeping and gnashing of teeth, showing it's going to be an extremely painful death. Okay, verse 14, it says, "For many are called, but few are chosen." Okay, so you have many called, but out of that many, only a few is really, all right, here for salvation. Okay, that the Lord is really dealing with, all right, as they're repenting in sincerity and faith. Okay, and this is what we're seeing. So you have a lot of Israelites that's gonna be found with improper garments, man. Okay, and they're being led by these leaders of destruction down their broad way to destruction, man. And that's how it's supposed to be. So everything is playing out accordingly, all right, exactly how the scriptures say they would, man. And to Wali how about Shemal Shai for allowing us to see these things, man. Okay? And continue to be obedient, man. Even in our failure, we continue to push through and continue to be obedient and make the adjustments, man. And that's why humility plays a major factor in the ministry, man. Because without humility, man, you can get way out of pocket, man. And not only you get out of pocket, you in a certain position, you can lead others out of pocket, man. But it was all set up. Somebody had to play that role, man. Okay? We know what to do, all right? We learn what to do, and also we learn what not to do by watching particular men. Okay? So Lord will, this is edifying. Till the next time I say Shalom. Kwam Yashala. A Bible Ball DTA soon. Shalom.